What is up, everybody? Sea of Stars is incredible. That's it. That's the video. I'm just kidding, but honestly, it could be. And as I'm sure you are aware, this game has been getting 9s and 10s all over the place. I am not surprised at all, as Sabotage Studio has crafted this game with so much love and care, just like they did with The Messenger. This game oozes life and creativity and pays a great homage to the great JRPGs of old. It took a while, but I finally have reached the end. I finally reached the credits, and it was tough watching all the reviews come out, and it gave me a sense of urgency to not only just finish the game, but also put my thoughts out there on this. But I want to make sure I made it to the credits before I shared anything. And don't think that since I've finished the game that it's a wrap on me for creating content on Sea of Stars. I'm definitely going back to see what I missed, which after finishing the game, I obviously did, and providing more helpful content for you fine folks, like my What You Have Missed in the Demo, which actually did really well, and I really appreciate it. It became one of my most popular videos. So there'll be more like that, but so be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to see when those videos come out. But for today's video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts in more of a review / reflection on my experience. There might be some light spoilers here and there, but I'm sure going to leave out the big stuff for sure. As you saw from the title and thumbnail, this has become my game of the year. I 100% believe that. I know the year hasn't ended yet, but this is definitely my game of the year. From its art, music, gameplay, story, and characters, Sea of Stars is everything I love about JRPGs. It pulled on my heart and left me smiling from ear to ear. With that being said, let's get into it. Even before I booted the game, I was so impressed with how this game came about. From watching the excellent documentary about the making of Sea of Stars provided to us by The Escapist, to Gerard the Completionist's heartwarming video, it is a fantastic one. My hype was in full effect. Not to mention I played a bit of The Messenger to dip my toes into the shared universe. It's very easy to overhype yourself for something only to be disappointed, but I excitedly would love to say that Sabotage Studio hit it out of the park. From the moment the game begins with the opening narration, I knew I was going to be in for a treat. There was so much beauty and wonder to be found, from the magic of the Moon Cradle to the bustling port town of Brisk into the serene and peaceful village of Mirth. You will never be bored with each location. Sabotage does a great job of creating a unique atmosphere, highlighted by the super impressive lighting system, which is definitely what is needed as your main characters have the powers of the sun and the moon. All the trimmings and trappings of a classic JRPG are there. Now, in my demo video, I mentioned the excellent music created by guest composer Yasunori Matsuda, but I failed to mention the excellent music composed by the lead, Eric Brown. Also, shout out to Vincent Jake Jones and Reese Miller. There is an astounding amount of excellence in each track presented. One of my favorites is the battle music theme. What is interesting is that there are subtle changes in the theme depending on what area you're in. Take a listen to a few examples that I found here. I also love the Bardcore band from your favorite pirates that show up at every tavern. Shout out to Reese again for creating all these tracks and an excellent job on the double bass. It's so fun to listen to these variations of tracks from your journey. In fact, one of the ways to complete the game fully is to find music tracks in chests scattered throughout the world, so explore as much as possible. And that is a nice segue into the gameplay. I love how you are not hindered by movement in any way. Pretty much every area can be jumped, climbed, and even grappled to once you get the item for it. It's for sure a great freedom. I also loved how there are no random battles. While a more standard RPG will have you walk around only to be caught by an enemy and transported to a separate area, Sea of Stars removes that and has enemies in the world, and you will fight them where you stand. You don't even have to grind, as you will get stronger relative to the challenges ahead. I think Chained Echoes does something like this, but I have not played it yet, so let me know if that is something similar or kind of the same ideas are present from Chained Echoes. In battle, you're able to time hits for bonus damage and time blocks for reduced damage to your party, just like you would in Mario RPG. Each character and enemy timing is different, so you'll have to be actively engaged in the combat. And what makes you more engaged is the fantastic lock system. Now during turns, some enemies will have a series of locks over them that have different attacks that you will have to match, like Sun, Moon, Blade, and Blunt. If these locks are all hit, the enemy will lose a turn, but if not, the enemy will either do a powerful attack or heal themselves. This gets way more complex as you progress, especially with the bosses. You will need to strategize in order to make it through a fight, so make sure you pay close attention to the combat. Luckily, you have amazing tools like swapping characters without losing a turn, living mana that enhances attacks and gives them the element that corresponds with each character, and my favorite are the combo attacks that do varying amounts of elemental and physical damage depending on who is involved. There are a lot of combo scrolls to find, so look for them out there in the world. And there are ultimate attacks which are incredible. I won't spoil all of them, you will want to see them all for yourself. Party management is also streamlined as there is gear only for specific characters. You will naturally find better gear as you move forward, but some detouring will be required if you want to get the best equipment. There's also an insane amount of side content from rainbow conches, solstice shrines, wheels, an arena, and building a town with the one and only Gerard the Constructionist. It's so cool to see him in the game and all the content that you can do on your way to fight the Fleshmancer. No spoilers again, but you will for sure want to complete this game to get the complete experience. Trust me on this. In fact, if you watched Gerard the Completionist, the video on this, he talked a little bit about how to complete this game, and he definitely recommends that you complete this. The end is just the beginning. Now, I won't say much about the story and characters because this will give too much away, but I was blown away by the story in and of itself. The main story of Zael and Valere going on an adventure to fight a great evil with their best friend Garl seems grand enough, but at every turn, there is a grander narrative being told. If you played The Messenger, there are a ton of nods to it as Sea of Stars is a prequel. Your jaw might drop at some of these reveals at how it connects, and even if you haven't played The Messenger, it'll be worth going to at some point. So play both games. That's what I'm really trying to tell you. It's a PSA to play both Sea of Stars and The Messenger. Play both games. I think the only down point I will give the story is that there are some subplots that go on for a little longer than I thought. When I thought I was nearing the end of my almost 30-hour playthrough, the story slows down to redirect to solve a problem that kind of dragged on just a little bit. Perhaps that was just me being eager to finish the game, but I did feel that toward the end. Each hero and villain I thought were well written. For as shonen protagonists like as Zael and Valere are, I did appreciate their personalities even if they are essentially the same person. Sarai the assassin has an amazing backstory that gets fleshed out. She fits in well with the crew. Tix was amazing, and even though she's not an active party member, her lore grimoire that gets filled out with each new artifact you bring deepens the world even more and gives you hints as to what you will encounter. Yes, each story that Tix tells you is relevant, and you will eventually interact with the characters in each one of these stories presented. Now there's far more as far as characters and villains, but for spoilers, I'm going to end on my main man, Garl. If I did a tier list of Sea of Stars characters, Garl would be S++. He is without a doubt the true heart of the story. He's way more talkative than Zael and Valere and plays a significantly active role in the plot, and he is just the best guy all around. He's really cool. Love Garl. You're gonna love Garl too if you play the game. Never have I fallen more in love with a side character like Garl. If you know, you know, but if you don't, you will eventually. I could go on, but I'll stop lest I ruin the experience for you. Looking back, Sea of Stars is one of those games that has a lasting impact. You see the love the developers have in crafting this world, the characters, and the music. You see it in the community response and the massive success it had on Kickstarter. Sea of Stars will be an RPG that I hope will be talked about for years to come, a true mark of what can be done when you have the passion, talent, and will to succeed. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had a blast making it, and I'm going to continue to create more Sea of Stars content. I'm so excited to continue to dive into this beautiful and expansive world that they have created. So be on the lookout for more videos like that. Let me know your thoughts about this video. Let me know your thoughts about Sea of Stars in general. Did you play it? Did you finish it? Did you complete it? Did you do everything in between? Are you going to play it, or you haven't played it yet and this And did this video encourage you to play Sea of Stars? In any case, be sure to let me know in the comments, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. My name is Chike, and I will see you next time. Bye.